Kibble Show.
You never called dibs.
Dibs were implied.
Implied dibs?
Yeah.
Ted, you are spitting on the grave of Sir Walter Dibbs, inventor of the dib.
First Dibbs question of the day, sponsored by Trantolo and Trantolo. Save time and dial 9 for the law offices of Trantolo and Trantolo. That's 844-999-9999. Just think Wayne Gretzky. There you go. Did you watch the animated Rangers versus the Capitals game last night?
I didn't see it live, but I saw the highlights, and I thought it was super cool. I thought this is like
it's so
the way we
realistic.
need to do this.
Oh, yeah.
I understand it's a lot to put on. It's very difficult. So if you did not catch it, you're watching the game live. And as soon as something happens, and when they go to the replay, they can easily make it animated.
AI,
I guess. And I don't know the cartoon we're copying off of. I just thought of it as Lego people. Go Green Cities or something like that is the cartoon. Whatever. I just saw it was like the Lego people that were being the Rangers or Capitals in the highlights, and they've got like the puck tracker too when they shoot. It was just basically, I just watched the play. Now you cartoonized it for me for the replay, and I think of the Nickelodeon NFL stuff. It's so cool. Yeah, so they do the announcers, they do all the players, they had all the scene of the ice and everything perfect. I know it took a lot of work. I hope they do it every week. I'd watch it every week.
Well, I mean, I grew up on, and we're talking 50 years ago, where they had like, Peter Puck, and you had all the different animated stuff on Saturdays, and then you had like Johnny Bench's Baseball Bunch, and and it was very, 50 years ago. Think of the technology.
Yeah.
So today's technology, I'm sure it's still difficult, but to be able to do this kind of stuff. My daughter watches where this girl is in the middle here. It's called Big City Greens.
Big City Greens, that's what it is. Okay.
So the animated version of Big City Greens and doing the hockey is just Coco's 12 still watches Big City Greens because it's kid adult type humor with animated like humans and even the animals and stuff like that do weird stuff. But it's very kid and family friendly, and I think it's good for sports to do this kind of stuff. And one of the things is I think it's the ex-wife of the father in Big City Greens had spent time in prison. She gets out of prison.
I'm glad you know all this backstory. I could have used you last night.
The reason all the wild animals get out of the zoo is because of it's Tilly. And what is oh my God, the kid's name? He's got a crazy name, but they're basically from rural America and they move to the city, and have all these different things that happen. And Cricket is the boy's name. Cricket is always in trouble. Cricket's always causing trouble. The dad's always been.
How you know all of this?
Oh no! And then the mother looks like a big old bird. She's small, but she's got like this bird face.
Okay.
And grandma's always in trouble. She's always angry. So she's kind of like would be me. She's my character.
Okay.
So I can appreciate the but listen, I think that this is the kind of stuff where Gary Bettman is brilliant because Rob Manfred would never think of this.
I think it should be for baseball.
He probably doesn't even know that this kind of stuff exists. So I love every second of it.
I love your breakdown of Big City Greens. I appreciate that. Did not know any of that stuff that you were just spewing right there.
Tilly's a dreamer.
Needed that last night.
Tilly's kind of like really smart, but she's a dreamer, and she's always having these, daydreams and stuff like that. And then Cricket is always in trouble. And always getting his rich friend in trouble. So
Kurt's amazed. Kurt,
I had no idea this was going on.
When you're spending as much time with my kid watching TV, and she wanted to watch Disney Junior and all that stuff. Even when my late father-in-law Jack was here, my daughter, when she's like 6 or 7 or even 8, would like stop, just had enough of the TV and would go play. We're watching the end of the cartoon or the video or whatever, even like Shrek, to see how it ends.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't not watch the ending of this.
You're
now.
invested.
I'm invested 45 minutes in this stuff. It's very cool. I love the animals that they brought in that they're watching behind.
Yeah,
because they got out of the zoo.
Okay, so that totally explains it now. Like, I literally didn't know any of that. And here's the other thing. I know that Batman and the NHL were doing it to get kids. But I'm a big kid, man. Like, they got me.
I'm a giant kid.
I just
love
never
this stuff.
thought of that. I never put it together. Like, this is for kids? Oh, I loved it for me. I thought it was for 40-year-olds.
It's for parents. It was like Aladdin.
I think it crosses all demos.
When Robin Williams played the genie in Aladdin, that was because Disney was always knowing the parents have to sit there and watch these movies with their little kids.
Great movie. One of the best.
All right. Scott Spinelli will join us next. We'll start to break down some March Madness, talk some UConn, talk some of the best college players out there. And then Bob Joyce will be here live at 4:25. We'll be right back.